back again. Brooklyn in the house. Look, it took people by storm. I did the video last night. I said if there was some Solido work, type dirty work done, there was going to be no hope for Loma. He was going to take the loss. But he proved me wrong in the way that he beat Loma. Age is a factor. There's only a few LeBron James. Let's get into a few things that I think happened tonight, because I thought Loma had a little bit more gas left in his career at 32. But long layoffs and old do not make sense. And tonight, Loma didn't seem like his Loma self. It may have been Teofimo Lopez, the big body, the speed of Lopez, the strength. The kid had an okay looking jab. He was also pushing the fight. Loma's used to coming forward. Again, middle of the ring versus the corner. He says no middle of the ring for you. No hop stepping for you. Let's get into the stats real quick. Loma, Teofimo. Here we go. Conquer box numbers. I just had this up a minute ago, and it's really a telling sign, all right? If you look at percentages, there's no doubt in my mind a lot of people are going to say Loma took the fight. If you just didn't watch the fight and looked at the percentages on the amount of hits that he was able to take to put on Teofimo, you would say, you know what? I think Loma got this fight. Let's get into it a little bit deeper. 141 to 321, 43% of total punches. Jazz, 42%. And then power punches, 45%. Very interesting landscape for Lomanchenko in the amount of percentage of shots he was able to land on Teofimo. Now, let me give you the real deal, because sometimes stats don't do it all. In the beginning of the fight, if I look through here, look at the top row. I want to give you the first, second, third, all that good stuff, right? Look how many punches were thrown in the first round. Let's go down from the total punch. The total punch should do it all. Four shots. 4. Okay. Second round, 12 shots. Is that Loma characteristic? Let's keep going down. Third round, 11 shots. I can see it in your eyes. Fourth round, 9 shots. Fifth round, 9 shots. Sixth round, yeah, I'm going all the way down. 13 shots. Okay. Seventh round, 22 shots. Okay. If we just going by the stats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds, lower output. Percentage-wise hit higher, but lower output than Teofimo Lopez, who swung a lot, was aiming, was pushing the pressure, which gives him points, by the way. Okay? Which gives him points. Now let's get into the later rounds. When they evened up, just the stats. I'm going to tell you stats sometimes. Again, they don't tell the whole story, but they give you something. 8th round, 19 shots. I thought Loma won that round. 9th round, 20 shots, 12 shots. I think Loma won that round. 10th round, 23 shots versus 17. I think Loma won that round. 11th round, 29 shots versus 21. I thought Loma won that round. You see where we're going here? Last round, 19 shots versus 50 without looking at the fight. I'm talking about casuals. Need to look at the stats. You can see what happened here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there anything even? This is probably, just looking at the stats, this could be even 7 and 11, 7 and 11. Maybe even round. Out of this, I take away at least 6 rounds for Teofimo Lopez. Okay? At least. Just by looking at this is the stats. These tell me Loma won. Okay? This tells me Teofimo won. What's that? 7-5. Okay? Without even looking at the fight. 7-5. That's the way I saw the fight. All right? Now let's get into some more detail. All right? Excuse me, not more. I just gave you the damn detail. Total percentages here as we see it. Again, he was chasing down Loma. Loma was running, man. Anyone talking about Floyd Mayweather right now? Anybody, shut your mouth. All right, I don't want to hear it. All right, it's ridiculous. The double standard needs to stop. Anyone talking about Floyd Mayweather and what we saw from Lomanchenko, it is the art of boxing. Lomanchenko was trying to accomplish that, but was not getting enough hits on the bat. Okay, and it may have been the power, guys. It may have been the power. You know, there's a layoff factor for Lomachenko. There's an age factor for Lomachenko. And then there's a size and power factor for Lopez that I said he needed to bully Lomachenko. In a way, he didn't do it like I thought he would on the inside, just straight bullying, making it ugly. He did it on the outside and was coming forward for most of the fight, making sure that the positions that Lomachenko was in was always in a corner pocket. When it got to the middle, Lomachenko did a little bit more damage and landed his pity-pat punches. It was so bad. It was so bad for Lomachenko, in my opinion, that he had to revert to some dirt tactics to try to win, which was the headbutt. Teofimo's face was headbutted up, period. Okay, he had a little bit of swell from punches, but it was the headbutts that caused the damage, to be straightforward with you. And tonight was one of those nights that proved to be a masterclass. And then after the fight, what I was really happy with was the attitude. The attitude of Teofimo Lopez, his will to go fight the best, to go after the best in a division that I think is probably one of the scariest in boxing. The cash cow for Arum is gone. They're angry. I know that. They thought they'd get a couple more years out of Lomo. But give or take 32 years, Bob, got to deal with it. It's the game. He's 32 years old. He's still a great fighter. But there's levels to this. And I mentioned this before. I thought Lomachenko had better competition than Teofimo Lopez, and I think he did. However, those guys were not. It was not no Pacquiao type lineup. It wasn't a Mayweather type of line. What I'm saying is they weren't facing that type of talent because it's not there. Linares is not anywhere near a Marquez or some of those guys that Pacquiao fought. Man, it's just not there. Or Mayweather versus Canelo. People are saying it's that type of comparison. You could say that, but there's just levels. And right now, Lomachenko came up in an era where there was really no one at his level 3 to 4 years ago. Okay, but now there is kids coming up. I think there's a lot more fighters that can beat Lomachenko, and it's going to be dangerous for him to go after a Shakur Stevenson, to go after a Devin Haney. It's going to be dangerous. And the guy that I still love, even though he's shorter, because Lomo, you talk about Teofimo and his weight bullying. What about Lomo and his height bullying? Remember that Rigondeaux fight? Those fights like that. Lomachenko said he was too small. Most of his opponents are smaller. Okay, Gary Russell, things like that. Those are the things that we saw in his career. Gervonta Davis, scary matchup for anybody with the power. But Teofimo Lopez made it a point at the end of the fight to make some comments, some true comments, and said, when are champions going to try to fight champions? Honestly, I think that is a true statement and something that we need to discuss. Let's quickly go into the call-outs and what happened. I gave the fight again 7-5. The utilization of the jab, the footwork, the speed, his ability to turn when Lomo was doing his little his right hand wobble and trying to hook out. Real quick, Teofimo turned and I said, ooh wee. There's something a little bit different here, speed wise, and he's fighting an athletic fighter for the first time. Okay, this is a true athletic fighter. Gary Russell Jr. was the closest to it, but too short. Okay, Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, let's react to Lopez's win. I just want to get into where we're headed to. I don't think Lopez has a chance with the top tier guys at 147 if he tries to move up. No bueno for him. He needs to quit at 140. Mikey versus Teofimo Lopez will be interesting. I think it's a scary division for him at 140. There's a lot of folks that can come down. Yeah, I don't even know Broner. It'll be a nice talking match to see Broner, but Broner's older as well versus Teofimo. But that 140 range, I don't really see the talent there. I'm hoping he can continue to make 135, but they tell me it's a tough battle for him to make that. So that is the big issue. All right, so let's continue on. Where does Lomo go from here? From a size perspective, Lomo's body of work, he cannot get bigger than 135. I mean, I feel like he's not a guy that can grow into 140 or 140. Definitely the power's not going to translate. He may win a couple fights against the lower tiers of those divisions because of his output and his speed. But excuse me, in his angle, yeah, he has speed. Okay, Teofomo's just an amazing athlete. We got to give it to Teofomo, right? I don't want to say Lomanchenko's slow. I'm just saying Teofomo's an A+ athlete. You know what I mean? Teofomo's LeBron James. You know, Lomachenko. You know, great talent. You know, Steph Curry, but it's LeBron James, bro. It's just levels to the game, and without a lot of help, it's gonna be tough for him. Okay, so back to Teofomo. Don't think he has a great chance at. I'm looking future 147. Don't go there. Okay, don't go there against those guys. And I know he's gonna say people are down on me. Just a whole nother level guy. Just a whole nother level of fighter at this time. Maybe later in your career. I would like to see the 140. It would be interesting. Who could come down and fight him in the future? He could definitely win out on what's there because everyone's kind of left and vacated trying to move up and get the money fights in the 147 division. But it'll be an interesting proposition for Teofomo. Lomachenko, he's going to have to go down and fight between 126 and 135, the smaller guys. The amount of respect that's going to be had for him, as some people felt he was one of the greatest of all time. This is it. I mean, I'm sorry. These are fights that happen that you need to win. You need to dig down, even if you're not in shape, even if you're older, even if the guy's stronger. You gotta dig down and win them, or give the referees a chance to give you a chance to win it. Okay? There's situations where there's a Mayweather fight. Who was it? Anyway, they said he lost one of his fights. I thought it was Cabrera, or something like that. But when I watched the fight, I thought Mayweather won. However, if you want to go that route and say maybe he lost. He made it close enough so the referees could give him that chance. I call that champion's respect, okay, or Aram money. It was so bad that Aram money couldn't get in, especially with that 12th round. Didn't show through. Lomo gassed up too late. 3 rounds should have been going right there. 4, 5, 6, 7 should have been going. He did not, and I think it was because of the power of Lopez. And then when you lose the latter rounds, because he's winning rounds 8, 9, 10, 11. And then for the 12, for Lopez to come on like he did, it's a wrap. No bueno, finito. See you later, man. It is what it is tonight. Lopez, tremendous fight. Tremendous speech at the end as well. Any young man that wants to see somebody who speaks thoughtfully, by the way, he did it right. Got 23 years old, got some stability for himself, got married, okay? Got married, and you don't want to be like guys like me running around wild, chasing, getting different women all the time. That doesn't make sense for a young man from a mind state perspective. Do it right, still get a family, get some stability. Stability is better than chaos, I'm telling you. And he's proven that he wants to make himself a better champion and a people's champion. What that means is he's gonna be able to talk trash. Yeah, he's gonna have a family. Again, no one's perfect, okay? But the fact that you want to start a family is good. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be people coming at him now, okay? He's gonna have to take those pressures. And I'm talking to him for his father. There's gonna be a lot of chicas and everybody coming to try to get on that boat now and on that bandwagon. And that's why it's good to have that stability at home, to know who you had before this win, because now they're coming and they want to bring you down. Some of these folks love Lomo so much that they want to bring you down. They're going to send stuff at you at all angles. Lomo also has a good baseline structure. He has a family, kids, and a family, and his father around him. Like that setup, I think that's where Mike Tyson and all these guys went wrong. And Teofomo, Lopez are role models that are doing it right. I hope other boxers continue to focus in and have that kind of mindset. Not necessarily you don't have to get married, but stability, so you can focus on boxing is the key aspect to the fight. And that's why we had a great one tonight. Teofomo takes it, a little bit of speech at the end, a little bit of pastor, but it is what it is. Off Work Sports bring it to you. The stats included. Yeah, Lomo took that L. It is what it is. Get the game. It's the new takeover, as Lopez said. Peace.